Actors who were selected for a role described as ugly, how did that part feel to play? Had a friend who played Beast in Beauty and the Beast in high school, and there was a kissing scene at the end that involved Beast and Belle, but since my friend, Beast, was butt-ass ugly, the actress playing Belle didn't want to kiss him, so they got a different actor to do the kissing scene as the post-Beast prince and Lamau. My friend was so fucking pissed and insulted. He had the Beast costume on the whole show, so no one saw him, they only saw the transformed prince, other actor, who kisses Belle in the end. Had a buddy who was an aspiring actor. He would fall in the Steve Buscemi realm of ugly/odd looking. He knew exactly what kind of roles he would be chosen for and purposely kept his hair and beard in an unkempt manner. I know a guy who got the part in a major motion picture that was described as albino-looking inbred kid. It launched his career. Edit, nobody actually guessed it yet. I do background/extras type acting, and despite being later 30s, average everything woman, I get more work than a hot college girl because I look more like the average diner customer, mom in a grocery store, wife of older biker gang member at a wedding, weathered bartender, etc. that most movies and TV shows need. I don't mind in the least. Sure, I'm not sharing any on-screen kisses with whatever A-list actor, but guess what? I got to meet them, and that's cool as fuck to me. Ha. My mother had a casting call that specifically told her to just roll out of bed and not wear makeup. She is in position in a barroom and the scene begins. It's a detective noir theme with the protagonist actively narrating his actions via asides. He walks in, I'm in a room full of unattractive women. It wasn't ugly per se, but I showed up thinking I was an extra wandering through a fertility clinic, put extra work into my makeup and hair because you never know, and there was a slight scene switch. I was tapped to play woman giving birth, so the first thing the crew did was mess up my hair and make it look like my makeup was running. I ad-libbed a few lines during the 2 hours it took to capture my 25 seconds on screen, but I got in the credits. Took a role as the comedy relief/homely sister for a shitty play where I was the butt of most of the jokes. It kind of killed my self-esteem during rehearsals, especially since the girl playing my supposedly Hollywood starlet-esque sister liked to brag about being the center of attention and getting a bunch of solos. But I put work into the role nonetheless and tried to have fun with it as best I could. When it came time to actually perform on stage, I got the most laughs and the most praise after each showing, while my sister awkwardly stood off to the side. In the end, it didn't feel so bad after all. There's ugly, and then there's Hollywood ugly. I was the ugly duckling in my high school's production of Shrek the Musical. I was mostly concerned with perfecting my waddle. I got a role once for being ugly and obese. I was okay with it. I know what I am, and the paycheck certainly salved any sad feelings I might have had. I wasn't assigned an ugly role, but I was told that I looked snarky. The director and producer both told me, at a first glance, you look like a major dick. I wasn't exactly flattered by this, but it helped me land my first acting gig. So I don't know. Most actors really won't give a shit as long as their name is in the credits and they get a check. A select few will be insulted, but the acting scene is so incredibly competitive. If you were an up-and-coming actor and had the choice of being a co-star in a major movie where you had to play someone who was ugly, or being in a much smaller, lesser heard of film, almost any actor would put their ego aside and pick the first option. A buddy of mine was told he couldn't get a good guy part because he wasn't handsome. He's very plain looking. It messed him up a bit, but he rebounded, now does props for shows like The Walking Dead, was even one of the walkers. He seems legitimately happy now. Edit, didn't know this until someone brought it up that this was one of the top comments. My first ever thanks for the upvotes, guys, it means a lot. I do some acting here in Los Angeles, usually garbage man, or mechanic, or hardware store guy. I get calls for diabetes medication commercials. That's kind of depressing. Other than that, I don't mind. We all have a type, and I get to work with people who I have idolized my whole life. Sometimes the thrill of being on a movie or TV set far overcomes any self-conscious feelings I might have because I look like a shabby nobody. And when I die, my kids will be able to see me on Netflix or wherever, doing something I really loved. I wish I got to do it a lot more often, but I'm grateful for everything that has come my way because of how I look. My wife is super cute, and she doesn't mind how I look, so that's really all that matters to me at the end of the day. There is that one actress, Lucy Punch, who is not ugly in the least, who has made a career of playing the evil stepsister in every Cinderella-type movie she possibly can, because she loves playing that role so much. Even if it's supposed to be an ugly role, I really don't think actors care. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.